narrative at that point. Oh, y'all want me to be this? Well, I'm sure I can be this. I'm sure how much of this I can be. We started embracing that, and all the thing we're really doing at this point too. People doing on the job, people doing in their marriages, they doing in their relationships with others. They just really start taking on a whole bunch of high conflict personalities. I don't think he has anything. I haven't done an assessment on him, but he has some traits of a lot of different things, which a lot of us do. And that's what I've been talking about for the last several weeks. The traits that we show up with, right? The high conflict personality traits, right? And I mean, really, this is the reason why I even wrote this book, and I have a new book now that it really steps into this arena here. It's called the mom effect. The mom's the word, the mom effect, the silence and the silence of the breaking of men and how to overcome it, right? And and you can get this one. I get it right now. It's an ebook. I'm waiting, trying to get it come through KDP right now for paperback. But right now you can get it on Amazon. Put the mom effect, MUM effect. Put Hase Clay in there. It's going to come up and show it to you. And please support it because really we have to learn how to listen to one another. We have to learn how, and there's a plethora of different things out there for women. Contrary to popular opinion, there's a plethora of things. There's a whole bunch of things on the internet telling women how to deal with this and telling women and promoting. But when somebody starts talking about something that's dealing with a man, especially a black man, we don't hear it. We let our judgment take over. We're not listening. We're not listening. And I'm saying to everyone here, the primary idea, 80 to 90% of communication is listening. Not listening to just respond to somebody, but listen to get information, get some understanding. Because that's what happens to a lot of people. They're not listening. People not listening, get some understanding. They hear what they want to hear so they can continue to be comfortable in the decision of the judgments that they're making about a person. That's what's really taking place. And that's a sad space to be in. And I don't know how many men, I'm just talking men. Women. I'm sure there's women. But it's a multitude of people talking women's issues out here. So I'm not taking up a woman's issue. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to women. So before everybody start jumping out the window, will it happen to women too? Yeah, okay, it does happen to women. I mean, that's not my conversation right now. If y'all want me to be balanced, then I need you to be balanced. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. People get on this internet and do the same thing. They scrolling, they looking at videos, they don't listen, they don't read. They get one little piece, it didn't go what they didn't, it turned them into just one. You can have a whole copy, you have a whole paragraph, 2 paragraphs of copy. Just one line said this one thing, and people hold on to that one line. Some people try you with that one line because they're using that as clickbait, and you just are silly enough to do it. Get caught in the clickbait, right? But the idea of you listening to get some understanding or walking a mile in somebody else's shoes, you're not trying to do it. You're not trying to do it. You're not trying to figure out what's happening with people. And this is what keeps us messed up. This is when you start talking about isolation and loneliness and things of nature there. Men, I know I did a podcast last year on, solitude, isolation, and loneliness of men, where some men get it under, they go to drinking by themselves, or they go to doing different things that really, this is how they try to cope, because ain't nobody listening. They go to work, they get handled, come home, they get handled, they go in their little man cave, go in the garage, play their little music or whatever it is they do, go to drinking. Some men who kind of have a more spiritual outlet, they go somewhere, they go in a room somewhere, and they do what you call thicker or prayer. They just go and pray. They doing certain things that they check it out from the world. Why? Because the world ain't trying to hear what they got to say. And they know it. So they're not all but checked out. And we start calling it, you got a mental illness, you got low ambition, or well, I'm just trying to be understood. And when because this person doesn't believe they're going to be heard anytime somebody, then you see a lot of aggression, a lot of hostility, a lot of anger coming out of you. Why? Because you ain't even trying to understand why he's angry. They're trying to back you down. Hold on, you ain't got to be, hold on, man. Let's talk, man. I'm here listening to you. I'm here trying to hear you. And yeah, sometimes they be wrong. You don't even give them an opportunity to change the wrong up, because already judged them for what it is. I ain't judging them. Yeah, you do judge. Because your statements be judgment statements. Doesn't have any care or compassion or empathy for what a person might be going through. You automatically just write them off as you got anger issues or mental illness or whatever. And I felt you, I felt you, young brother. I felt you. I know many men who have. And we got to do better. It's not going to change overnight. I get that. And if many of us start talking about this much, as y'all talk about 50-50, as y'all talking about the man ain't doing something else right, maybe we can get some change. You keep coddling your boys until they get a certain age, and then you want to judge him on everything. You don't coddle him, now you judging him. Raise a whole bunch of boys and for entitlement and privilege, because you done coddled them. Some of them you can't. Like some young boys, because they come from parents who don't know any better. And so they get exploited. Some young man got exploited. Had a nice basketball game. AAU, man making 100,000, 200,000, and they paying them, sliding them a little $1,000 off 1,500. Okay, that's a lot of money to the kid that ain't got nothing. But you out there pimping him out, you exploiting him. Then you want to know why he mad. You want to know why he mad, because when you done figured out and he got exploited, and you exploited him again when he had to pay you the money because you kept receipts on everything you done did for him. Now he got to pay you back once he done made it professionally. I owe you something. I didn't have men in my life who was teaching me how to be a man till I went to the penitentiary. But I've been in young though. But I had nobody really showing me, because, people didn't understand me. And I moved to Georgia. I moved to Georgia based upon the fact of running. Me and my mother, we were running. Me, my mother, my sister, we were running. My sister was little. She didn't really understand it, but we were running. Because the person who's supposed to care for me damn near killed me. We were running. I get here, my people don't understand what's going on. I go through a lot of different things. We have a whole different change of lifestyle. We move south. There ain't nobody understanding that. I'm judged. I'm looked at crazy. I got 2 pair of pants going to school, man. 2, 3 pair of pants, 1 pair of shoes, 2 shirts, 3 shirts. I was swapping them in and out. One time I had shoes, I wore because they used to wear this thing called AfroTurf cleats, right? I wore cleats to school because I didn't have any shoes. I wore cleats to school. Had to wear cleats to school. You know, there's a cleat and then it had an AfroTurf cleat in the inside of it. I had to wear cleats to school because I didn't have shoes. I got judged on that. They talked about, you know, oh, you only got 2 pair of pants. Oh, you 17, still in the 9th grade. They didn't understand where I was running from. Nobody even trying to understand. Even the administration, they didn't understand where I'm coming from. You know, they giving kids help now. 504s, IEP, or whatever they call the thing now, all type of different things. They do a lot of things for kids now. And the kids are still falling through the cracks. Why? Because, you know, they're still being judged. Even though you got all these systems, they're still being judged. Not getting the help that they really need. Why? Because people are judging the common person, the everyday person that they run into, is judging them. Stop all this damn judging. Really, stop it. You know, brother asked me, he said, what's the judgment? He said, well, can we judge with what Allah says? That's not judgment. His judgment is going to be a verdict that's going to be put on you. You know, he's going to give you either hell or heaven. But who are we? We can't give nobody hell or heaven. Those powers are not in my hand. And they're not in yours. Get some understanding. There's a problem. Get some understanding. Get some understanding. Y'all forget all about that concept, though. Get some understanding. Telling you now, you're going to see more of these type of artists, these type of interviews coming up from men, because at this point, man, men are not caring anymore. We're not caring. Black men aren't caring anymore. And we're not going to keep being victimized by people and their judgment. We're going to tell you. We're going to start learning how to say it, and we're going to put together platforms where we can say it. Because all these other platforms are geared towards everybody else but us. Now we're going to start putting together platforms. You're going to start seeing more platforms where you're going to hear more men talking about how people aren't listening to them. And we're going to stop hurting ourselves. We're going to stop hurting ourselves. And tell you, at this point, I'm encouraging and I'm helping teach men how to straighten their back. You can't keep sitting on me and laying on my back. Straighten your back. And once we straighten our back, people can't ride you no more. Can't ride your back when you straighten it. It's coming, y'all. I'm telling you. Either get on the front end of it, or get left behind. We're gonna keep. It's a lot of good men out here. There's a lot of good men out here. You're not listening to them. They may not have all the material, trinkets and the big houses and these cars and all the jewels and the jewelry and all this old type of stuff here. But that doesn't make the man. But you're not listening. I've seen many people go get money and go broke. Does it still mean that he ain't a man? You need to listen. You need to have care. And then, anyway, I'm not going to sit there and say everything that the man said on there. Was he had his opinion about things. I'm not going to sit here and say that, we don't cause some of our own problems. I want to, because I don't just want to give, people this pass thinking that everybody just saying screw black men and we just don't. Sometimes we are doing things that hurt ourselves. I'm not going to gloss over that. But yeah, we may do something, but no, I'm not going to gloss over that. Yeah, we do some things that hurt ourselves. And we have to learn. And other black men who know better need to go back and talk to those who don't, with kindness, with compassion, with empathy, with concern, to reach out and show them, hey man, I ain't trying to sun you, but real talk, man, that ain't the way though, dog. Let me pull your coat to something, man. Got to look at, for some of you older brothers, going back talking to some of the younger brothers. I'm giving out some solutions right now. Some of you older brothers going back talking to some of the younger brothers. Don't be looking at them talking like you ain't their damn dad. That ain't your job. But your job is to pull their coat. You got to do that without you passing judgment on them too. Because you're older dude and they younger. You got to do it without passing judgment on them too. Because you're doing the very same thing that other folks are doing to them. How you as a black man judging another black man? Come on, really? Your position should be help, not judge. Yeah, and this is what we have to start doing here. Brothers, this is what we have to do. We have to put together networks to help each other out. We have to be consistent with that. We have to be competent. One, be consistent. I already said having some care, care and concern, empathy. You have to have some consistency. You have to have some congruency. We have to align. Can't be saying one thing and doing something else. We got to have some alignment. And we have to be connected. We got to plug into each other. We have to plug in. I got to tap into you. You tapping into me. We build this web so we don't fall through the cracks. That's what time it is. And we can't let the enemy, we can't let these enemies, these demons out here sway us off of what we're supposed to do because they trying to put money in our face. They put material things in our face. They're trying to get you to go against it. We got to go against that. We got to, some of us who are in leadership position, we need to kind of really start tapping into some of these younger guys and start teaching them how to be leaders, to take over when we gone. And we can't keep vying for we got to believe in God enough that we ain't going to keep fighting for the same resources. Can't keep fighting for the same resources. Because that's what's keeping us behind too. We fighting for the same resources. So yeah, I'm talking to my brothers here. This is our job to tap into each other and to make this thing work. Because if you don't, we'll continue to see more interviews like this young brother here. He's 30-something, 37, 38 years old. He's going to be 60 still with that same song. If we don't tap into it. And he got kids. I think he said he got like 10 kids, yo. And he got to get right for his kids that's coming up behind him. And his grandkids. And his seed, his legacy. Yeah, now I'm telling you. This is what's up. I'm telling you, this is what's up. If we don't do it, nobody else is looking out for that. And I'm not anti anybody but I'm pro-justice. That's what time it is. Not anti-anybody, but I'm pro-justice. And I'm going to speak out for justice wherever it needs to be. I heard my email say today, I heard a spiritual leader say today, he said something to the effect that peace isn't the absence of fighting. Peace is I'm saying it this way, the preservation of justice. It's the presence of justice. That's what he said. Peace is the presence of justice. That's what we got to be about. If you want peace in there, right? It's about the fight. It's about the justice. And you ain't giving nobody justice if you ain't listening. You harming a person if you're not listening. So, this is live today, y'all. Y'all don't normally do this. This is live. I don't know if anybody type it in. I don't know if you can even do that on this one. But this is live. I appreciate it. I don't know how many times I'm gonna do this one, but I'm gonna do a couple of them like that. But obviously, y'all know how y'all can reach me. For the comment, please share this. Share this. Please share it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, House and Clay Experience. I think this is coming on Facebook, so continue to push this out. Facebook at House and Clay. You can see me reach me on any platform under the House and Clay Experience on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. On LinkedIn is on the House and Clay. And also on my website on the houseandclay.net. And my book. You can get my book, Taming the Storm, Understanding and Overcoming High Conflict Personalities for a Peaceful Life. You can get that book and through my website and on Amazon, and also The Mom Effect. Right now, that's only in ebook form only. Right. So, but by all means, pick up the book. Real talk. My efforts in selling my books and things is so I can then come and do something different and more with the platforms in which I'm on podcasts. We're getting new equipment for the podcast, the things of nature that, of course, is taking care of my family. But yeah, this is so I can kind of continue to do my job and giving back to my community, and to my brothers and to my sisters out here. Right. So please, I appreciate your support. By all means, I appreciate your support. And if nothing else, by all means, send me your prayers. Right? Send me your prayers. Because those work too. Those work too. And so, by all means, if you can't do anything else, send me your prayers. So every Monday at 7 p.m., the broadcast come out for the podcast. It goes out every Monday at 7 p.m. Next week, a couple of things real quick, so I am live. We have look like the marriage boot camp is going to come to Atlanta in June. I think it's like the last weekend of June, like June 25th, something like that. It's the last weekend of June, whatever that Saturday is. We're going to be here in Atlanta. You'll get more information. You can tap into email Shadid Muhammad's page or Rado Islamic Center Delaware page. You can catch on my page. It's got we got a full slate of workshops. Again, it's a boot camp. You want to get it together, come out and join us. We try to take this thing where we need it. Try to take this stuff where we need it. And so I'm gonna put this out of space now. I know Shadid should be putting the stuff out as well. I'm putting this stuff out of space now as well because I want us to get right. I want us to support what we got. We all we got, y'all. Don't think nobody else getting it to us. We all we got. And look, let me say this to you. For the Muslims and for Black folks, let me tell y'all something. All this schism that we got going on, this is the same thing. It's not about listening to each other. All this, you this and I'm this and all that. Look, it's going to be real frank. They knocking us off one random nigga at a time. All right? Real talk. I'm gonna say this real loud, so y'all got us. They taking us out one random nigga at a time. All right? So don't think you better than me. I ain't trying to think I'm better than you, because at the end of the day, they don't care about none of us. And if you ain't trying to tap into you, now, yeah, okay, y'all know I get real frank about what I'm saying. If you're not tapping into us, if we're not going into these workplaces and trying to teach people how to be better employees, be better, keeping down some of these high conflict personality traits, if we're not talking how to do better with our marriages, how to be better brothers and sisters, how to be better fathers and mothers, how to be better sons and daughters, cousins, nieces and nephews, if we're not trying to do this and help each other do this, then what are you doing? You're working for the enemy. And I ain't talking about a people. You're working for the enemy. This is God's work. And we got to kind of be in it. You got to be in it full-hearted. You got to be in it fully. Either you're in or you're not. You can't half-ass it. Either you're in or you're not. And if you're in, let's get this work. Let's get it. Let's get this work. Let's put this work in. But if you're not, get out the way. That's all I'm saying. Get out the way. And we're going to pray for you too, because we need you. Right? So letting everybody know this is the real. I appreciate y'all. It's beyond sight, y'all. It's beyond sight. We got to look. We got to start moving beyond our edges, our nose, or tip our noses. We got to do it. I can't even see it. I'm trying to tell you what time it is. Can't even see it. I'm trying to tell you what time it is. It's us, y'all. Love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be good this week. Be safe. It's crazy out here right now. Be safe. Be precautious. Take your precaution. Make sure you protect yourself, protect your family. And by all means, let's get back. I want to see everybody back here Monday at 7 p.m. Love you. Y'all have a great weekend, a great week, great weekend, and stay safe.